हेलो दोस्तों, मैं सूर्यांश पांडे आरएस एजुकेशनल वर्ल्ड में आपका स्वागत करता हूं। जैसा कि मैंने आपसे कहा था बेटा कि हम लोग इसमें कुछ नया करने की कोशिश करेंगे और हम आपका जो है घटना चक्र का सीरीज़ भी चला देंगे। तो आज हम जो है घटना चक्र इन्वायरमेंट एंड इकोलॉजी स्टार्ट करते हैं, जिसमें मैं आपको ये वीडियो नहीं है, सॉरी, ये ऑडियो लेक्चर होगा, जिसमें मैं इस बुक्स को जितने भी थ्योरी हैं उसको मैं पढ़ूंगा और क्वेश्चन फिर हम वीडियो पे अलग से डिस्कस कर लेंगे। ठीक है, तो आज इस घटना चक्र का पहला जो चैप्टर है इन्वायरमेंट एंड सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, उसकी बात करते हैं। इन्वायरमेंट फर्स्ट टॉपिक है, आइए इसको स्टार्ट करते हैं। Environment is defined as the sum total of biotic and abiotic components that surrounds and influence an organism. Everything that surrounds an organism is collectively known as its environment. The biotic and abiotic components of the environment interact with each other. Silent Spring is an environmental science book published in 1962. You have to remember it. Silent Spring, published in 1962. It was written by an American biologist and ecologist, Rachel Carson. Once again, Rachel Carson. According to Environment Protection Act 1986, environment includes physical, abiotic and biotic components and their interaction with each other. Environment include three components: physical, called abiotic components like soil, air and water; biotic component, plant, human, animal and microorganism; cultural element, cultural environment including man-made features such as economical, social and political elements. The next topic is sustainable development. It's one of the important topic of environment and ecology. Sustainable development is the concept of development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Sustainable development is a subject of sensitivity in the context of natural resources from one to another generation. The main objective of sustainable development is the conservation of natural resource, proper management of natural resource and use of natural resource in a just manner. It is notable that the word sustainable development was explained by WCED, full form World Commission on Environment and Development. Once again, sustainable development was explained by WCED, World Commission on Environment and Development, in its report of 1987 titled Our Common Future. Our Common Future. It captured full attention by Agenda 21, Rio Conference in Earth Summit of 1992. It was the main point of discussion in the Johannesburg Conference of 2002. Sustainable development includes poverty mitigations, conservations of biodiversity, and control of environmental pollution. Nature has its own beauty and boundaries, so at first we should understand the nature and the roadmap of development should be prepared. Next, sustainable development is a balanced approach between economic development and environmental conservation. Compiling terms for sustainable development are based on the availability of information. These informations are obtained by remote sensing technology, statistical method, geographical information system called GIS, environment information system, etc. On the basis of these information, roadmap are development and prepared. Water and carbon cycle. The next topic is water and carbon in nature. Environment includes biotic and abiotic factors. These factors interact with each other. Further, this interaction occur in a cyclic manner. The flow of energy and matter take place between these factors, biotic and abiotic, in a cyclic process. These cyclic exist in nature in the form of carbon cycle, water cycle, etc. Carbon cycle is released in atmosphere by a number of processes. Some of them are respiration, volcanic eruptions, combustions of fossil fuel, etc. Autotrophic plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere for synthesizing food. It is noteworthy that carbon is found in various forms on the earth. In its elemental state, it is available in the form of coal, graphite, and diamond. In compound form, it is found in a form of carbon dioxide, carbonate, and hydrogen carbonates. Carbon is also recycled by different physical and biological. Solar radiation plays the important role in the water cycle. Solar radiation initiates water cycle by evaporating water. Humidity is the measure of the moisture content in the air. The measuring device of humidity is hygrometer. The water cycle is driven primarily by the energy from sun. The solar radiation drives the cycle by evaporating water from the ocean, lake, rivers, and even the soil. It forms water droplet and clouds where water droplets eventually gain enough mass to fall back to earth. The water cycle is essentially a closed system, which means that the volume of water that is in the hydrosphere today is same amount of water that has always been present in the earth system. Many transplanted seedling do not grow because most of the root hair are lost during transplantation. The function of root hair is to collect water and minerals nutrients present in the soil and take this solution up through the root to the rest of the plant. These are made up of cellulose and nominal pectin, which help it as a gelling agent with the soil. Another reason is the use of fertilizers, which increase the concentration of the soil and make it difficult for plants to absorb water. This situation causes desiccation of plant cell, causing the leaves to turn brown. Now the next topic is atmosphere. The thin layer of gas surrounding the earth is called atmosphere. Atmosphere is majorly consists of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. The air around us is a mixture of gases. The share of various gases in the composition of air is as follow: like nitrogen 78.08%, oxygen contribute 20.95%, argon 0.93%, carbon dioxide 0.036%, neon 0.002%, helium 0.0005%, krypton 0.001%, xenon 0.0009%, and hydrogen 0.00005%. Remember this, it's important for your question. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas available in the environment. We need oxygen to survive, and therefore we depend on the plants and trees for our survival. Plant and trees go through the process of photosynthesis to prepare food for themselves. In this process, they consume carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere and release oxygen in the atmosphere. The United Nations has identified 17 sustainable development goals which have to be released by the year 2030. 2030. These goals are notable, it's important for our examination. No poverty, first point. End poverty in all its form everywhere. Second, zero hunger. End hunger, achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Good health. Third point, good health and well-being. Ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. Point 4, quality education. Ensure inclusive and equitable education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all. Point 5, gender equality. Achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Point 6, clean water and sanitation. Ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Point 7, affordable and clean energy. Ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Point 8, decent work and economic growth. Promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. Now, point 9, industries, innovation, and infrastructure. Build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. Reduce points 10, reduce inequalities. Reduce inequality within and among countries. Point 11, sustainable cities and communities. Make cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Point 12, responsible consumption and production. Ensure sustainable consumption and production pattern. Point 13, climate action. Take urgent action to combat climate climate change and its impact. Point 14, life below water. Conserve and sustainable use the ocean, sea, and marine resources for sustainable development. Point 15, life on land. Combat desertification, sustainably manage forests, half and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. Point 16, peace and justice, strong institution. Promote peaceful and inclusive societies and provide access to justice. Point 17, partnership to achieve the goal. Global Partnership for Sustainable Development. Now, the important point is a Sustainable Development Goal Index has also been initiated to measure the progress made by various countries in the direction of achieving these goals. In 1920, India was placed at 117th position among 166 countries. Now, at the first position, Sweden, second position, Denmark, Third position Finland, fourth position France, and fifth position on Germany. Sustainable farming. It is also an important aspect of sustainable development. It is notable that United Nations Organization declared the year 2003 as the Sustainable Development Year. Sustainable agriculture is the production of food, fiber, or other plants or other animal products using farming technique that protect the environment, public health, human, communities, and animal welfare. In short, it is proper utilization of the land without affecting the environment so that its quality remain intact. Use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides has adversely affected soil health. To cope up with this, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, in short form NMSA, has been formulated for enhancing agricultural productivity, water use efficiency, promoting nutrient management, and livelihood diversification through the adoption of sustainable development pathways. The mission is a part of National Action Plan on Climate Change. Now, Club of Rome is an association of economists, civil servants, and scientists with a mission to promote understanding of the global challenge facing humanity. It is established on 7th April 1968 with 100 members. This institution process solution after scientific analysis, communication, and advocacy. The concept of limits to growth was propounded by the Club of Rome. You have to note that the concept of limits to growth was propounded by the Club of Rome. One of the most important topic, Rio Earth Summit. In 1992, more than 100 heads of states meet in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for the first International Earth Summit. This summit was convened to address urgent problem of environmental protection and socio-economic development. The Commission on Sustainable Development, in short form CSD, was created to monitor and report on the implementation of the Earth Summit Agreement. It was agreed that a 5-year review of Earth Summit progress would be made in 1997 at the United Nations General Assembly meeting in special season. Accordingly, a special session of United Nations General Assembly was held from 23 to 27 June 1997 in New York to take stock of how well countries, international organizations, and sector of civil society have responded to the challenges of the Earth Summit. This meeting is known as Earth Summit Plus 5. Rio Plus 10 Summit was held in Johannesburg in 2002 and Rio Plus 20 was held in Rio de Janeiro in 2012. GEF provides fund. GEF stand for Global Environment Facility, provide fund to the least developed countries fund called LDCF. It help in provision and coordination for National Adaptation Program of Action, in short NAPAS, for these countries. It is notable that meeting of COP7 was held at Marrakesh from 29 October to 10 November 2001, the Special Climate Change Fund SCCF is established by the COP7. The fund helps developing countries in the adaptation as well as transmission of technology. UNDP United Nations Development Programme and UNEP United Nations Environmental Programme was and World Bank are associated with GEF. The Global Environment Facility GEF was established on the eve of 1992 Rio Earth Summit to help tackle our planet's most pressing environmental problem. Naoko Ishii is presently the Chief Executive Officer and Chairperson of the Global Environmental Facility. Once again, Naoko Ishii, NAOKO Okay, it is a financial mechanism for five major international conventions: the Minamata Convention on Mercury, the Stockholm Convention on Persistence Organic Pollutant, the United Nations Convention for Biological Diversity, and United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, and United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Now the next topic, Agenda 21. We study about it in next lecture. Be safe, be happy and keep happy. जय हिंद। हेलो दोस्तों,